Hey guys, welcome to Matamata Des, which is Japanese for a long way to go. My name is Wyatt and I'm a missionary who's going to Japan. So I just got back from my first official training as a missionary with my sending organization, Send International, and I had a great time. I got to meet some of the people that I'd be going to Japan with, and we bonded over trying to learn Japanese and just learning about Japanese culture and all the things that we'd done to get to that point. But also we got to learn more about the sending organization that we would be going with. And I just wanted to take some time just to tell you guys about Send International because I think they've got a really cool story and a really cool history. So the organization that would come to be known as Send can trace its roots back to the Second World War. During that time, a group of missionaries, as well as some chaplains and faithful American GIs, banded together to start a series of ministries designed to serve American soldiers as well as some of the nationals who were located in the countries that they were stationed in. The organization began in the Philippines but eventually expanded into Japan after American forces began to occupy that country after the war. The organization that would come to be known as Send primarily provided Bible teaching and worship services. However, they also did things like establish an orphanage and set up a series of clinics in order to serve the people of Tokyo who had been severely devastated by the American war effort. In 1947, this loose coalition of ministry efforts decided to formally merge in order to better coordinate their ministry efforts. In doing so, they created the Far Eastern Gospel Crusade. This group would labor under that name until about 1971, where they would merge again with Central Alaskan Missions to form what is currently known as Send International. Since then, Send has rather dramatically expanded its mission efforts. Not only do they have ministries going on in the Pacific, but they've also expanded into mainland Asia, Eurasia, Europe, and North America. Altogether, they have about 450 missionaries working in 150 different mission fields. One thing that I think is great is that Send is seeking to reach the unreached. And what I mean by that is that they are specifically trying to minister to the 40% of the world that has little to no exposure to Christianity whatsoever. I think this is great because it is an answer to something that Jesus has commanded us to do. In Matthew 28, verse 19, it says, "Therefore go and make disciples of all nations." I think that is something that all of us should be, to some degree, striving to do in one way or another, and it's wonderful to see Send take that command seriously. Another thing that I think is cool is that not only is Send International working to reach people all over the world, but they're also mobilizing people from all over the world as well. And so what that means is that they have missionaries from not only the United States, but also from Canada, the Philippines, and even Ukraine. And so it's cool to think that the Send mission teams are this multi-ethnic, multinational effort to help build the kingdom of God. And finally, one thing that I personally really appreciate about Send is that while they have grown substantially from their roots as an organization founded by American GIs, a lot of their operating philosophy is still rooted in that culture. For example, Send strongly believes in entrusting decision-making power at the lowest common denominator possible. And so they put a lot of trust in their individual missionaries that they place out in the field, and they don't try to lord over them as a big governing sending organization. This allows the missionaries to operate as they believe is most appropriate depending upon the mission field that they're in, and to ultimately be guided by the Spirit as they see fit. I had a great time meeting the people at Send International. Not only do I love what they're doing, but also I love how they're doing it and where they're hoping to take the organization in the future. And I'm really grateful to God that He got me paired with this organization. I think it's a perfect fit, and that's really important because we've got a long way to go together. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. That helps the channel a whole lot, and helping the channel helps the mission. Be sure to stay tuned. We've got more stories coming, more videos on the way. I'm looking forward to just sharing my experience with you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.